Fancy. Good afternoon, my wonderful Native Studies students. This is your more than wonderful Native Studies teacher, Mr. May, on a Friday afternoon. Just rambling on about a few things here. I have had you working on a number of assignments. That assignment dealing with Confederation. The argument can be made that the treaties that exist between the federal government and Aboriginal peoples, Indigenous peoples in Canada would not be valid today if the country of Canada did not exist. So that's why I asked you to look at Confederation, the process that brought the nation about. One of the, the most important parts of that process is the British North America Act, and it really, along with the Charter of Rights and so on, governs our way of life. And if you take a very close look at it, there's one section, in Section 91.24, which deals with Indigenous people. And in other words, it is a section which is solely devoted to one particular group in this country. I asked you to do that assignment dealing with taking a look at how treaties are seen today, and that was an interesting comments that you made on that. I also then asked you to go on and take a look at treaties in the national policy. Once the country is put together, there has to be a period of expansion. MacDonald's view is that this country has to extend from sea to sea. And so it is recommended by the British government that you do not go the same route as the Americans by pushing the people off the land. The Dakota people, the Shoshone people, they pushed back against the American government. So the British government recommended to the Canadian government to go out and negotiate this land. So in the views of the Canadian government, when the negotiations take place, this is a land surrender. However, on the other hand, you have the various nations and elders who are negotiating. Their view is that this is a sharing of the land. So you have two different worldviews going on here, and it's still with us today. Those individuals that in the numbered treaties, the elders and so on, they had one thing in mind, and that is, how do we pursue and continue our way of life. They knew that things had to change. They were willing to adapt, but they were not willing to compromise everything. They had a line in the sand, and they were going to try and push the government for as many positive things as they could. Okay, then the next assignment, which is Unit 1, Assignment 8, and that deals with, it's called Treaty Maps. And I'm asking you to look at the numbered treaties, and about three of them in particular. And if the truth be known, it's like going into a bank and signing a loan or a mortgage or whatever. They just fill in the numbers here, sign here, and we're done. And so Alexander Morris, who sent out as the first treaty commissioner to negotiate these treaties with the various nations of the Northwest at the time, his view was, this is going to take a very short period of time, and I'm out of here. And what he doesn't realize is he's up against some real shrewd negotiators, and particularly at Treaty 6, where Palmaker, Mr. Wasis, Atakakoop, Beardy, and Big Bear tell him that no, this is what we want, and they walk away from the table, and he's dumbfounded. So I'm asking you to look at those treaty rights that are negotiated, and how this is the 19th century. How are they interpreted today? And that's the difficult question. Okay, I think that's enough for me. So as they say, we'll see you online.